Good morning, everybody. I am the host of I Have a Testimony with my co host, Christopher Hernandez. Today, we have a guest with us that I know that you're going to want to hear from. Her name is Vanessa Scott.
Good morning, everybody.
Glad to have you, Vanessa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Miss Scott, describe your experiences as a child which inspired you to write your book.
As a child growing up, I did encounter more challenges than most. I had gone through a period of being sexually molested. Also, going through life with that experience, not feeling good enough, not worthy enough. So, in writing my book, what made me write it was I wanted to tell my own story, my own way. I didn't want it to be left up to anybody else. I wanted them to know exactly what I went through, some of what I went through.
Thank you, Vanessa. Now, the name of her book is My Journey to Life, The Lost and Found. So, Miss Vanessa, tell us when you wrote your book.
The book actually was an accident. I didn't have any intentions. That was not nowhere near on my radar. Last year was just a trying time for me for healing, restoration, and a lot of things. So out of that birthed the book.
Mm-hmm.
I also do poetry, so my initial thought process was to write my book and publish my poems, but I did something totally different, and it came out amazing.
Well, there's a lot to go with what you're talking about. Can you give us some insight exactly some of the organizations and things that you're doing right now?
I am the founder as well as the president of Women with Open Arms, and what we do is we accept donations from members that we have a program where we assist domestic violence victims and their children. We take those donations and we allow them to come and shop at our boutique. With this boutique, they are able to get 3 outfits apiece. We have toiletries, we have jewelry. In the near future, we look to have more things as well to offer them. So that was one of the things that I'm doing, as well as I have a positive T-shirt line that I do as well. So I'm kind of busy.
You are very busy. This also, you want to let people know that this is with domestic violence?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Domestic violence, but there's also help out here as well. Mm-hmm. The women who have just transitioned out of a domestic violence situation program, they are the ones that I'm targeting to let them know because they are transitioning out, this will be a new start for them.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a reach out.
It is. It definitely is.
So
definitely
if they wanted to reach out to you, what would they need to do in order to contact with you?
We do have a website. It is called WWOA.org. We are also on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter.
Oh, okay. So people can really reach out to you in that kind of way.
Absolutely.
So, Vanessa, one of the greatest things that I like when I read your book, you went a little bit into your childhood.
Yes.
Could you tell us how you ended up being here in Nashville, Tennessee?
I'm actually from West Tennessee in Grand Junction, Tennessee. And so it didn't start there. There I had very good structure. I was raised around my grandparents. So as I moved here, my mom was always working. She was a single mom that worked all the time, so that left the door open for me to be at home alone with my siblings. But my brother was older, so he was able to get out and do what he wanted to do, and I was left at home. So some of his friends came over, and that's where it started.
Now, you mentioned that, of course. Don't tell you were raised on hard work and dedication, just like I was.
Absolutely.
Now, will this program be able to help not just the people here in Nashville, but also other cities here in the U.S.?
Well, that's my 5-year plan. I plan to, and I speak being global. I'm starting here as my foundation, but then my goal is to reach out and become global to all the women that are affected by domestic violence, not just here in Davidson County.
One of the things I wanted to ask you, if someone wanted to buy your book, My Journey to Life, The Lost and Found, what do they need to do in order to get this book?
You can purchase my book on Amazon, as well as I have copies myself that I deliver. My books are $10, but they are $12.95 on Amazon.
Oh, great. Now tell us what's coming up.
Anything else? Well, right now I am currently looking for me a building as well. Right now I use for my building 10 by 10 storage unit, and I am very overjoyed with my humble beginnings, but I know that it is just that, a beginning.
Now that's a spiritual side of you. When I read your book, amen. I read your book. Praise the Lord. Now tell us a little about your spiritual side.
Spiritually, I had to really understand what it was that I was saying to myself and know that things wouldn't change until I changed my belief system in myself.
Right.
I started to begin to speak only positive things. I only wanted positive people around me. So with that, that's where a lot of things changed for me when I decided to change what I thought about myself.
Well, Vanessa Scott, I do appreciate you coming on with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We got to get you back here. We
Absolutely.
got to have
Absolutely.
you to come back.
My pleasure.
You are welcome. We give you an invite to come back because we want to spend a little bit more time with
Absolutely.
you.
I'll be glad to.
Well, we want you to come back.
Thank you.
I like to say to the listeners, go to My Journey to Life, The Lost and Found, and get this book. It tells her testimony. Thank you so much, Vanessa Scott, for being on the show today.
Pleasure to have you on the show, Vanessa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vanessa.